Good day and welcome to the Saturday wrap-up show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I will be your host for today, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. It is a Saturday and of course there are results that came through from the Premier League to the NFA Cup. It has been an eventful Saturday and we'll have all that on the latest on the hit list. Now, a rivalry unmatched, a rivalry of note, of course, it is the Rugby Premier League, and this time around the NSH sports team was in Grootfoontein, of course, to witness a very big match that took place there. It is always a rivalry when Kudus and Grootfoontein meet, and this time they met in Grootfoontein, of course. Grootfoontein Rugby Club, they're making sure that they beat Kudus 24-19. I'm sure some of their supporters, including the likes of our very own Brian Munango, will be quite pleased with that result there. Grootfoontein making sure that they dominated proceedings in that end. And as I said, our NSH team was there and has this for us.
Okay, so let's have a look at the highlights for the big match between FNB Grootfoontein and FNB Kudus Rugby Club. The coastal team came through today to take on Grootfoontein in a big match. We all know how this game went last season with FNB Kudus just getting the best of Grootfoontein courtesy of Ashivuti Zulu. So we started off with a conversion by Franklin, who has been having his shooting boats on this season. It looked like he didn't get that one. Grootfoontein once again on the charge. We see Vickers Jacobs being picked up there, but it all worked out well for Grootfoontein, and that's how Vickers scored the first try for Grootfoontein. Good try. Franklin stepped up once again. He didn't look like he had his kicking boots on today. Has been having a very consistent season, but he missed that one. So once again, Grootfoontein was on the front foot. So you can see the front pack. The ball comes through there. They get over. And another try for Grootfoontein. Franklin once again tried, but this time he did get it through the post, and the score was 12-0 for Grootfoontein. Well, AJ Kearns back from Poland. We got to see him in action. Kudus put together a few good passes getting through the back line there. The ball was played well. Aurelio giving a good pass to Ashton Mukwilongo, who scored the first try for Kudus late in the first half. A very good first try there for Kudus by Ashton Mukwilongo. Aurelio, as you can see, good passing, good combination play. Once again, Kudus on the front foot again. They were coming for Grootfoontein. Alexander Jansen had a fantastic game today, as we can see here. He placed the ball out to the backline. Aurelio once again with some good passing there, gives it to Devon Stein, who scores the second try for Kudus. They also missed the first kick, but Aurelio stepped up for this one. Halftime score, there you have it, 12-12 for FNB Kudus and FNB Grootfoontein as we got ready for the second half. Very tight game, I can tell you. It was very physical. Spectators came out in numbers to enjoy themselves, to enjoy the game, and we got to see that it was a tight score. Second half, Grootfoontein started on the front foot again with some good combination passes. We see Lazarus Joseph there connecting well. Good pass, and then he gives it to Grootfontein's fullback. We got to see him score a try there for Grootfoontein. And that is Lorenzo Luis. Fans were very excited about that one. Franklin Bush too stepped up once again and went for it, but just hit the post. Like I said, he clearly didn't have his shooting boots on. Grootfoontein once again with some good passing here. Lorenzo Luis cutting through the defense, and then Ashton Mukilongo stepped up, got the loose ball, and you know this man, you cannot catch him. He is very, very fast, and there Ashton Mukilongo scored the try for Kudus to level the field. And then we got to see, I would personally say, the best kicker in Namibia come onto the field. Has been hit by injuries lately, but he converted the 2 points for Kudus. Kudus had the lead, and then Grootfontein bounced back. Johan Letter combining well. And then we got to see this man again, always in the right place, scores his second try of the game. That is Vickers Jacobs to give Grootfontein a very, very crucial and important lead. Game was 22-19 at this time. Franklin Bush steps up. This time from that range, he cannot miss. And that's where we had the score 24-19. Kudus did not let go of this game. Nor did Grootfontein. So this is how the last minute played out. I think Kudus thought they got the goal here after Rishon stepped on the ball with his flair, and then unfortunately the ref called it back as the advantage was not played towards the end of the game. There you have it, the full-time score, 24 for FNB Grootfontein, 19 for FNB Kudus. A very, very tough game, but nonetheless very enjoyable.
Now, of course, our My Zone team has also organized something for us there, an important league taking place. That's the NSSU League, of course, a very important one there. They do have some highlights also for us.
Ja, dis die eerste Premier Liga wedstryd vandag hier op El Nathan gewees en dit is Roots Gymnasium. Hulle het gespeel teen Windhoek Afrikaanse privaat skool. Dit was hulle eerste afskop ook gewees vir die jaar. Dis die afskop vir die jaar vir die natuurlik vir die Momentum Premier Liga en hulle skop af met hierdie lekker groot ene. Lekker goeie sprankel rugby hier op El Nathan. Dis wat dit is, niks anders nie. Kom ons kyk hier. Ons bring vir die graag die hoogtepunte daar. Hierdie is natuurlik Affies se eerste 3 gewees. Affies lyk of hulle hom aangeslaan het, tog daar. Maar ja, Roots Gymnasium aangeslaan daar die ene daar. Ja, Arno de Pre was die skynsregter in hierdie ene gewees. Kom ons kyk weer Affies, kom hulle met hom. Was Roots Gymnasium dat eerste bloed gekry het met 'n puntige strafskop en toe is dit Affies wat die 3 gedruk het, hulle eerste 3 gedruk het. Deur hulle hakker gewees wat die 3 gedruk het, vir Zaiden Gerber die 3 gedruk het en dan toe Roots Gymnasium. Daar in die begin baie vinnig Wipland gereis het Roots Gymnasium wat daar oorgesluip het en 'n 3 gedruk het deur hulle linkervleuel Keithan Humphries wat daar die 3 gedruk het. Affies hulle die telbord aan die rol gehou, moet sê. Hierdie hele wedstryd hulle die telbord aan die rol gehou. Nie een keer vir Roots Gymnasium kans gegee om hulle neus regtig voor te kry nie. As 'n kantelduitslag gewees, nie deur die volle 90 grade, maar was tog gevaarlik. En toe Nul Loubser uit 'n geleerde skopvoet hierdie man. Hy het volpunte geskop vandag. 100% skop vertoning gelewer. As die Raffies kom hulle met hom nou goeie aangeewerk daar gehad daar. En in die ronde sit hulle nommer 7 flank, lekker sterk op sy bene daar, dis Pieter Gerard Leroux wat daar oorgeval het vir die 3. En Roots Gymnasium, hulle het hulle heel beste probeer in hierdie wedstryd, maar was daar natuurlik ook sulke dinge is, alles deel daarvan, man wat die bal afgeklap het daarvan Affies. Dit is 'n onmiddellike geel kaart deesdae. Joshua Plat, hy het alles op die veld gelos. Maar nie, hy is een van die uitstaande spelers natuurlik by Roots Gymnasium gewees, maar dit is weer daar, Nul Loubser. Wanneer hy die kans gekry het, het hy die paal toe geskop. En dit is sy werk daar, dit het baie goed gedoen. Roots Gymnasium, bal vinnig gevat en oorgeval. 3 gedruk daar. Ongelukkig nie op die merkie gewees, hierdie ene nie. Hulle moes terugkom. ongelukkig nie op die merkie nie. Dis Pietrie Beileveld wat daar teruggeroep is. Hier in die tweede helfte het hy opgekom as gramskakel baie moeilik is. Hierdie keer Joshua Plat vat hy hom reg, hy het hom hierdie keer reg gevat op die regte plek en hulle val oor en hulle druk hulle 3. Druk hulle 3 daar. Is via hulle plaasvervanger gewees. Dit was die nieuwe Christian wat op die veld gekom het. Daar die 3 gedruk het. En hulle maak nie 'n fout hier. Joshua Plat maak nie 'n fout met daardie ene nie. Kry hom tussen die pale deur. En dit was hulle 15 punte wil ek amper gesê het. Hier vanaf vorentoe kyk daar. Bal wat daar tussen 2 manne. Die man wat die bal die duikslag uit verloor. En is Affies wat sê baie dankie. Kom ons druk die 3. Hier vanaf vorentoe was dit net Affies gewees. Affies. Hulle het regtig op hierdie stadium toe hulle vir Roots Gimnasium van hulle voet af gespeel nadat hulle so bietjie 'n moeilike begin gehad het. Baie foute gemaak het daar in die begin. Is dit Jaden Hansen wat hierdie 3 vir hulle gedruk het. Skynsregters natuurlik meneer Gerard Steenkamp wat die lynregter aan die ander kant was. Hy is ook 'n gekwalifiseerde skynsregter. Dink net jy blaas meer regtig nie. Hierso kyk ja, brute krag is Affies daar, storm hulle oor en hulle druk die 3. Langsie. Dink reg op paal druk hulle daar die 3. No Loupsher. Hy het baie dankie gesê dat hulle volmaaklik gemaak het. En daar is die eindtelling 44-15 wat Windhoek Affies hierdie ene mee wen. En dis Windhoek Roots Gimnasium wat geen punte vat uit hierdie wedstryd uit nie. En Affies wat 'n bonuspunt verdien het uit hierdie wedstryd uit. Tweede Premier Liga wedstryd vir die dag gewees. Dit was Prouet wat daar van die kus af kom besoek aflê het hier tussen die rooi duine van die Kalahari by El Nathan en hulle oppositie was ook net inderdaad die tuisspan gewees. El Nathan as Detlef Smit hulle daar op die veld lei. Daar kom hulle nou. El Nathan Vamstal El Nathan as hulle deesdae bekend staan. En ja, dit is wat hulle het hierdie amper wat daar op die veld gedraf het. So hier en daar 'n besering gewees en dit is, kom ons kyk na die hoogtepunte. El Nathan, eerste lont geryk daar, of bloed geryk daar, kyk daar, baie mooi opgesit is die bal daar, deur El Nathan. En hulle bars daar oor om die 3 te druk daar. Eerste 3 wat daar gedruk word is Alex Thompson, wat die eerste 3 gedruk het daar oorgeval. En dan Janko Estreisen met sy geleerde voet, ook 'n volpunte geskop vandag natuurlik. Klits die bal daar tussen die pale deur. Nou is dit, dis Janko, daar is eindste Janko Estreisen die bal op sit daar, hou daar vir Janu Kreerdorp. Bal spring reg daar, hy kry die bal op volspoed, dan van daar af gaan jy hom nooit stop nie. Hy het baie spoed, sterk hardloper en hy druk die 3 onder die pale en dit was vinnig was dit 14-0 gewees daar in El Nathan se guns. En toe Prouet het hulle dan so 'n bietjie tot verhaal gekom daar. Laaiman het baie hard probeer. Hulle nommer 4 slot is Giovanni van Wyk. Hulle het baie hard probeer daar. En teen inderdaad is dit Prouet wat hulle eerste 3 gekry het daar. En dit was deur daai sterk Alexander Avandro. Moet ek sy naam net eers weer so kry. Alvandro Diergaard. Hy het die eerste en die tweede 3 het hy gedruk daar. By die eerste, tweede 3 vir hulle gedruk daar vir Prouet. Kyk hier die mooi beweging weer eens daar van El Nathan Janko Estres in hierdie kant toe, daardie kant toe, hierdie kant toe, daardie kant toe en hy draf deur hulle. En hy druk sy 3 ook. Behalwe dat hy met elke skop geslag het hy nog 'n 3 ook gedruk daar. Is dit, ons kyk hier, El Nathan, hy het nooit die voet van die pedaal afgehaal, eintlik nie. Prouet, baie hard probeer daar. Hy sê, daar sê die skynsregter, kom ons kyk na hierdie skop. Dit was die makliker ene gewees, dink ek amper hierdie, ja, dit was die makliker ene, hier is net voor halftyd, het Janko Estres het geslaag met 'n monster van 'n skop, so halwe trekkie in sy eie halfgebied en het hy hom oorgeskop. 34-21, dit was die storie gewees hier vandag. El Nathan wat hulle seisoen afskop met 'n baie goeie bonuspunt wen hier teen Prouet daarvan swak op moet. Ons gaan bring vir u die kapteinsonderhoude vinnig.
Here, kom ons aan die einde van 'n harde wedstryd. Die manne hier langs aan my is nog uit asem en die Nathan het hulle goed trots gedoen en sommer die wedstryd gewen teen Prouet. Klif, vertel vir ons bietjie hoe was die wedstryd vandag?
Dit was 'n baie interessante wedstryd geweest. Ons wil baie dankie sê aan Prouet wat so ver kom ry het en in hierdie hitte kon speel. Hulle is dit sommer gewoond nie. Ons het baie lekker gespeel. Dis ons eerste tuiswen in 'n baie lang tyd en ons is baie dankbaar vir Prouet wat gekom het.
Lekker, dankie. JC, hoe was dit vir julle geweest?
Nee, dat was 'n tawwe match. Ons het definitief reg gemaak vir hom. Net gedink ek sou so 'n bietjie beter gevaar op die foute en swaan, maar hy's niksie. Ons maak dit reg met by die oefeninge en ons kom sterker weer terug vir die volgende game.
Alright, baie dankie manne en sterkte vir julle se volgende wedstryd. Lekker shake hands. Daar's hy.
Well, it has always been. Those are the futures, of course, of tomorrow in terms of rugby. We just witnessed first the Senior Rugby Premier League and coming down to the NSSU League. Of course, it tells you the development of rugby in the country is in good hands because basically most of those players that are currently in the NSSU League, you will see them one day playing for the senior national team and of course definitely for the Premier League. And now on to some cricket news here. We have, of course, this morning the BDO Khobaba's Bulls pulled off a huge victory versus the Green Mambas by 8 wickets with 17 balls to spare at Wanderers in Windhoek. The Mambas batted first, scoring low 122 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. Khobabas chased 123 over 2 for a victory, reaching the target in 17.1 overs, as Tillman van Lille reported there, of course. And now, of course, we move on to some netball news where our reporter, also Mariet Ngula, was at the netball courts where several actions took place there. We know that there was a 35-31 defeat to Tura Magic, of course, in the netball there. This was a defeat of course by TC Gladiators in that one. There was also some matches between that is the NDF team, of course, NDF Windhoek shooter Gushua Kero also stating and being happy after their 50-49 defeat to Nast as well today. So there was quite some action and some results in the netball league. Let's hear from Mariet Gula and those that were at the scene.
We are joined by Tura Magic coach, Coach Maggie. Coach, congratulations. What a match that was. Your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, guys. TC Gladiator was one of the teams that I was actually scared of. They have good players. They are really a good team. But we put in more effort, and I thank my player. They came out, they put their heads in the game, and they did it. So so far we are the unbeaten team in the third division, and I'm proud of my girls. And I'm very proud, coach. So far.
Okay. Yes, no, coach. Thanks a lot for your time and all the best in the coming
Thank you very much. I'm a very proud coach.
Okay. We are joined by NAS Captain Gloria. Gloria, congratulations beating NDF Windhoek there. How did you feel out there on the court and leading your team to victory?
Well, first of all, it wasn't an easy game because we did have a setback this week of not having training due to preparations for the exams. But we managed to pull through and we managed to utilize the mistakes to the best of our abilities. And I'm very proud of my team for not giving up because we fought to the end. Though we had some setbacks and arguments in between the courts, but in the quarters, but we managed to pull through.
Yeah, no, Gloria, thanks a lot for your time and all the best in the coming games.
Thank you so much.
For sure, a tough day in the office, they're coming second best to NAS. I mean, we saw you win all your matches in the previous round. So what do you feel went wrong in this one?
The game just started early. Some of my players, the pickup man was a bit late. They arrived on the court late. That caused us to run behind NASC. And they were leading us with 10 goals difference. And we end up losing to them with
one goal different, which I think the team was fine. Just because of the delay of the players that came on the pitch up to the court is the cause of the loss of the game. Yeah, but next time we organize the transport on time for the next game. We are ready. As they lead us with 10 and we end up losing with one different, it means the team is fine. Yeah, that's all for today.
We are joined by TC Gladiators captain Washiri. Washiri, a tough day in the office day. I mean, you were tied at halftime in this one, but you came up second best. Just what went wrong in that match?
Okay, so I feel like my teammates were a little bit panicking when they saw the scorekeeping, so I guess that's where we went wrong. We had a bit of panic, but overall it was a good game. Tura Magic is a good team, it's a strong team, so we're really glad we get to play with it, and they took the cup, which is really good for them. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, no, thanks a lot for your time and all the best in the coming game.
Thank you very much.
We are joined by Tura Magic's captain Utondisa. Utondisa, congratulations beating TC Gladiators there. We saw you tied 15-15 at halftime. Just how did you pull off that win?
Thank you so much. Yes, definitely our team was tied up with TC Gladiators. They are strong opponent. But once we came in, we put our head in the game, and we decided to just fight and die on court. And that's what we did. And I just want to give props to my coach as well as my players. We pulled through, and I'm glad that we won at the end of the day.
Right, but no, Utondisa, thanks a lot for your time and all the best in the coming days.
Thank you so much.
Well, of course, that is the Netball League. And now on to some tennis news. There were important ones as well here. We have Shafishuna Shimali, who secured the silver medal in the men's singles at the 4th senior tennis tournament, which concluded today in Windhoek. In the final, he faced Deacon De Jong, losing 6-0, 6-1 to settle for silver, of course. And then we had also Arins Kafor and Henlo Dutoit reflecting of course on winning the NTA senior tennis tournament doubles after beating, that is, Nikki and Nicholas 6-4, 7-6 in that one, while also former Davis Cup player Nikki claimed silver in the doubles event also in this event. So it was an eventful one. Let's hear from those that were involved.
We are joined by Shafishuna Shimali. Shafishuna, congratulations. You won the silver medal here at the senior tournament. How are you feeling about that?
First of all, I want to say thank you for the tournament director. She did a very good job on the tournament, and thank you for wishing me a congratulations. I want to say that I played very well. I'm very happy about the tournament, and yeah, thank you.
Okay. No, Shafishuna, thanks a lot for your time and all the best in the coming tournament.
Thanks.
We are joined by father and son, the boys. Sir, you're former Davis Cup player.
That was a long time ago.
The league from 2001 for 3 years and what? Just your thoughts on this match, winning a cup.
It's fun to be back, and I mean, what a privilege to play with your son. I mean, this is a bucket list thing to do, and I thought he played an amazing match. I mean, under pressure and the last tie-break and stuff, the points he played was incredible. But yeah, it's good to be back and good to be playing with my son.
Okay, your thoughts on that match, please?
I think we played really well, and there were some nice points, and yeah, I'm very happy with it.
We are joined by TC Gladiators coach Ernest. Coach, a tough day in the office day, coming second best to Tura Magic. Your thoughts on that match?
The thoughts.
We are joined by Arinze and Helmo. Congratulations, you are the senior tournament winner here. Just your thoughts on that match.
Thank you.
No, thanks. Tough match. Haven't played in a while, but class is permanent. Yeah, 6-4, 7-6. It was a pleasure playing with Henlo. What are your thoughts?
It was also really nice. I also haven't played in a while, but it was a nice first tournament for the year actually, and we won. So, congratulations to us.
And well, as well, there was an important NFA Cup tournament, of course, quarterfinals, round of 32 stages taking place, and important results with KK Palace, of course, beating Dates 11 by penalties. It was a thrilling penalty shootout following a 2-2 normal time draw at the Windhoek Independence Stadium. As you can see there from the penalty shootout, it was indeed Samuel Muleka gave Dates 11 the lead but Abraham Philippou struck a late equalizer in the closing stages of the first half. Bongani Towasep found the back of the net for KK Palace before Poland Ray restored Dates 11's advantage with another goal. Despite their efforts, Dates 11 fell short in the penalty shootout, with KK Palace emerging 5-3 victors in that one. Also, other results that took place at the Oscar Norwich Stadium in Tsumeb, Okahanja United secured a 2-0 victory over Dynamos to book their place in the FA Cup quarterfinals. At the same venue, Amwandi United edged past United Stars with a narrow 1-0 win to join the last 8 in the women's competition. Of course, also Windhoek City overcame Coastal Outfits Desert Foxes 2-1, while Nas Babes cruised to a convincing 4-1 victory over Mighty Gunners FC. I think the current Mighty Gunners ladies beat V Power Angels 7-0 also in the NFA Cup. All these matches were taking place with African Stars also awaiting Unam FC in that one. Of course, another big matchup which involves 2 Premier League giants in that regard. Let's cross over to the marketplace before we return with more news.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
Now, before we conclude the show, let's look at what we can expect ahead. Of course, the World Cup is looming, the FIFA World Cup, and teams are busy with preparations there. And as you can see there are matches, of course. Starting now will be Gibraltar, Cayman Islands, of course, that match at 7 o'clock, while Portugal faces Chile in 7:45 today. Of course, Romania and Wales as well, starting at the same time. So there was it's going to be an epic one there. And we look at some of the matches as well. Bolivia versus Scotland today, while England is it coming home this time around. Their preparations against New Zealand there at 10 p.m. Cape Verde, Bermuda, of course that match is to be announced, while Qatar will play El Salvador. I think that brings us to the end of today's wrap-up show. But before that, let's look at some matches tomorrow. That's Brazil versus Egypt, 12 a.m. and then Venezuela, Turkey, Argentina, Honduras, and then of course Afghanistan, Pakistan there. Well, and that's it. That's all we had for you today. Enjoy the rest of the Saturday and please keep warm.